Hi, we've been asked about how we drill our glass for our wall hangings. Here's some background. Jackie is an artist. She paints and she makes works from glass. She's worked with glass for maybe 20 years. This is dichroic glass and we mount it on stainless steel. Sometimes we need to drill the glass. As you can see, these pictures are glued to a glass background. And to drill the holes, we use diamond drills that we get from THK in Hong Kong. The drills last a long time. Now I use a guide, which is just a bit of steel with a hole through it, just a little larger than the diamond drill. And we use water to lubricate it. Now these drills are a core drill. They just sort of cut a ring and they leave a core in the hollow part of the drill. So I start the drilling like this. And it's gone in deep enough now that I don't need the steel guide anymore. Plenty of water. So now I drill, and this example is being pushed right through from one side, which is not the way to do it, but I'm just doing it to show you what happens. There, lots of forces applied, clunk, it's gone through, but you'll see when I turn it over that it's taken chips out from the edge of the glass, like a conchoidal fracture, or like the hole's been countersunk with a whole lot of chips. Now that's not desirable. If you're drilling into a bottle, you might get that unless you can support the inside of the bottle, and if you can't support it, then you've got to go really gently. So this is what I normally do, is I'll drill halfway through like this and leave the ring, which I can see from both sides. Then I have another bit of metal, in this case a bit of aluminium, which I line up by eye on the other side of the glass. And it helps to have rubber gloves on at this stage because the rubber seems to grip against the glass a bit better and I can hold it in place. So with the guide in place, here we go, starting it off, just making a ring that's deep enough to guide the drill. So I can set aside the bit of metal now and go through. Now this is just one way of doing it. I'm just going gently. I am rocking it back and forth, and you have to be careful with the rocking because you can chip it. So I think it speeds it up a little. So now we've gone right through, and the core of glass is jammed inside the hollow drill. So I've bent a bit of wire to poke it out with. There we go. But the hole is in fact tapered at both surfaces to the centre. So the centre of the hole in the middle of the glass is smaller diameter than at the surface. So just gently take the diamond through against a folded up rubber glove. The rubber glove supports it underneath. And it makes a pretty fair hole. You can still wreck your holes doing it this way, but much less likely if you're gentle. But this is how I like to do it. So you're seeing the whole process again. I'm starting on one side using the steel guide. Yep, there you go, there's a little ring. I get these drills from THK in Hong Kong, possibly through eBay, I can't remember now. Very good quality, they make some great stuff. Got a wonderful diamond knife sharpener that came from them as well. So I've drilled about halfway through. So now I'm going to line the guide up on the other side. There's just a bit of aluminium, that's just what I happen to have. And there I go. Now I'm rocking it again, but you don't want to overdo that rocking. So now I've gone most of the way through, but rather than push down against the bit of fibreboard underneath, I'm now folding up a rubber glove to act as a sort of a gentler way of holding it, a bit more of a cushion effect. Plenty of water, and it's just a matter of just gently doing it. And with the rubber glove you can sort of feel the pressure, but once you get used to it, it's not too much of a problem. You get to know what it feels like. When you're using your drill, you want to make sure you don't have it on the hammer drill setting. If your drill has a hammer drill setting, don't use it. Also, I should note that you can't really safely drill toughened glass. So there's the little core, throw that away. But once again, the hole will be tapered. It'll be wide and narrow at the outsides, so just go through just to widen it up in the centre. There we go, it's gone through. So it's made quite a nice, neat exit there. So there's a standoff bracket in the glass, and here's some artwork mounted on standoff brackets using holes.